Hey guys, this is Anthony Bowe with the Shop Magazine. We are here at the PRI Show in the Turn 14 distribution booth. This interview is sponsored by HP Tuners. Be sure to check them out. Their URL for their website will be on this video, so definitely check that out. Right now I'm joined by Casey Richmond and Kelly Chapin of Brew City Boost near the Milwaukee area. So guys, how's it going?
It's going great.
Going good.
Tell me a little bit about your shop.
Well, we're basically we're an aftermarket speed shop. It's fairly new to us. We've been doing e-commerce for about 6 years. We actually started, believe it or not, tuning Saabs and building those up. A few years after that, that of course wasn't really going anywhere, so we looked into a niche and other niches, and EcoBoost Fords kind of fit what we were doing. Dove into that, head first, bought some cars, bought some trucks, and all the tuning and everything we needed, and we've been doing that for about 4 years now, and just moved into our physical location back in September. Wow. It's been a lot of challenges kind of growing that, learning how to operate and manage everything. Yeah.
I bet. So where does brew come into your name, Brew City Boost? You guys sell beer too?
We like beer. We'll sell you beer.
We might drink a couple beers here and there. Yeah, we needed something that was just kind of catchy a name, and we're in the Milwaukee area, so there's Brew City, and we're dealing with turbocharged vehicles, so Brew City Boost seemed to fit. Yeah.
I like it. It's definitely catchy. So tell me about that transition from solely doing e-commerce to opening a shop.
It's been quite a challenge. We had been looking for a shop space for about a year before we lucked out on a spot. We had a mutual customer with the shop that we took over. It came with everything we needed. It came with a couple lifts, a dyno, everything we were looking to get going. But just basic things about running a shop. We never had rent we had to pay. We didn't have to do any of that. Insurance, everything went up. Increasing base costs substantially overnight, basically by opening this shop. And then just managing just jobs. I mean, easy things like now we have to do these invoices and estimates and all sorts of, I guess administrative tasks that we never really had to take care of before. It's been a lot. I mean, just managing everything, it's been a challenge, but it seems like it's going pretty well so far. And we'll see how it turns out after a couple of years, I guess. Yeah,
it seems like you kind of went into it in an inverse way, where you had the e-commerce going and then the shop. What advantage is that to you guys to have the e-commerce totally set up and that footprint already established before you had a shop?
It's really nice. I mean, having an e-commerce site, customers from all over the world can order from us, so we have that income coming. We got jobs coming in, so I mean it's always good to have more than one source of revenue. And then I think having the physical location has really helped the sales of our e-commerce site. I mean it's good justification. People see what we're doing, and then they can buy the parts. The same kind of stuff we're doing with cars, they can buy from our website. Right. It works good.
Do you ship nationally?
All over the world.
Internationally, yeah. Wow. We have a lot of global customers, especially still for the Saab market stuff too. Yeah, we sell a lot of that. You had said like we jumped into it inversely. We kind of did that on purpose. I mean, this didn't turn out the way either of us really planned. It's just we're shop owners now, and 7 years ago that certainly wasn't like an idea. We're working together and just looking for a side gig. And that's where it started, doing the e-commerce, and that just kept going and going, and more orders and revenue coming in, and eventually quit our regular jobs and open up a shop. Yeah.
Wow,
that's kind of how it worked out backwards. Yeah,
that's so cool. So, what are some challenges that you're finding starting a shop?
I think for us, the biggest challenge that we, on a daily basis, have to deal with are the number of phone calls that we have to deal with. It's a necessary evil. You have to do it. If the phones don't ring, we're upset. If they ring like crazy, we'll be less upset. But it's a challenge. It's something that we need to work on to try to maybe get another body in there to try to answer the phones instead of having us do it all the time. It's definitely taken away from our efficiency and getting actual work done.
Right. What do you think are going to be some ways to spread that success and keep the doors open for many years to come?
I think doing more interesting builds, having access to better parts, But yeah, I mean, there's a few vehicles we want to build, and I think that's the path going forward, and possibly kitting some vehicles, you know, getting a formula together and selling vehicles that are already built.
Right.
Is another thing we've been thinking of, but I don't know. It's kind of early to tell, you know.
Right.
So,
who are your customers so far?
In the shop, it's all local customers for the most part right now. We do have a couple vehicles coming from, say, Florida area, coming up for some winter builds. We've got a big EcoBoost Mustang build that we're working on over the winter as well. Hoping to be like a 9-second car in that one. But for the most part, we do a lot of V8 Mustangs in the shop. Doing supercharger upgrades to them, whatever they want, you know, adding power or maybe just a dyno tune.
Mm-hmm. How do you guys share responsibilities in the shop? It's you two and one other person, correct?
Marv is our tech. We call him the Mustang Whisperer. He has vast knowledge in anything V8 Ford. He's really a great resource to have around the shop because he knows those like no other. That's for sure. He's got a much better grip on those than we do. EcoBoosts are where we really have a better grip on those things.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Casey does a lot of the tuning. I do a lot of the stuff on the business side and the e-commerce side. And I mean, really, it's a great situation because we're all busy. You know, everybody's working on stuff they like working on, and you know, the garbage needs to get picked up. Somebody grabs it and does it. It hasn't been any sort of issue, you know, getting things done. I think we all gel together pretty well. So thankfully we haven't run into that challenge,
right.
You know, so.
Have you guys been to PRI before?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, I've been here 3 years in a row now, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that you have a shop, is it different for you? Do you have different goals here this week?
I really do like to see what's new, and maybe some of the parts that we're selling or we're interested in, it's, you know, you really want to put your eyes and your hands on them and maybe talk to the people that are making them and designing them and find out more about them. That way you're knowledgeable, you can talk to your customer about it, and I think it's good for everybody to be able to see that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have an awesome week at the show, and good luck getting the shop going, and looking forward to following up with you with the shop magazine and our newsletter. So, yeah, thanks for your time.
Sounds great. Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Anthony.